G'day guys, welcome to the mailbag review for a very long, hot Moonee Valley Cox Plate Carnival. Special guest today, Harry.
Hey.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Yourself? Good
Welcome.
to be here.
So Harry's a long-time punter, long-time receiver of my information.
Yep.
And
Got
him on today to sort of ask the questions that you guys at home might want to ask and just enjoy it.
Yeah, just a common punter like you guys out there, and hopefully get some info that I've learnt today.
All right, Drew. Where do you want to start?
Track.
Actually, before we get to the track, I forgot to talk about something on Thursday's show. Now, some of you out there will be aware, but many of you wouldn't be. And I'll stop trying to click my pen for that bloke who can.
Yeah, I'm taking that off you.
I've got a 3-year-old filly, sea poised, with Chris Lees in Australian bloodstock. Very cheap filly. Been really patient with her, and so has everyone else who got in the horse with me. First ever start was on Tuesday or Wednesday at Muswellbrook. I wasn't going to have a bet. Thought, no, it's not worth. Just hope that she's fast. Hope that she goes well. Watched the parade. Really liked the way she walked compared to the other horses as well. Decided to have a fair crack at it. Thought, why not? So I've had 1,000 at her. My old boys had more than that at her. A few of my mates have had a fair crack at her. Just 550 and 4 something.
Yeah.
Jumps pretty well. Christian Reese riding her. Now I'm not sure why he was, but he was. Snags, straight away snags. And I'm like, oh, you know how much I hate that.
Yeah, of course.
Snags it, probably to get a position, I don't know. But that position that he actually got was 3 wide. Anyway, then he lets it go. I've felt like I've done my cash straight away, sort of 600 out. Finds in the straight, she's coming, I'm off the couch, I'm into it, come on. Gets done by a pimple. Now I fumed for a little bit about the ride, but that's racing. Copped it. You know, we're talking, the old boys on the phone blowing up, but it's just a bad ride. It's not a horrible ride. It's a very common sort of way they ride horses, but copped it sweet.
Yeah.
Next day, get a text from a bloke. Geez, mate, you must be pretty filthy about yesterday. No, it happens. You know, it's a good bet. She looks like she's got a bit of ability. She looks like she wants to chase the line, so I'm pretty happy with that. He goes, no. Did you hear that he weighed in a kilo over? He weighed a kilo over what he was supposed to weigh, and we lost by a pimple. Their fucking crook is that. You'll never ride a horse of mine ever again.
Yeah.
And what did he cop, a week?
I think it was a bit more than that. I think he got 10 days.
Not enough.
So I've lost 5.5 myself. My old man's lost double that. My mates have lost money. Plus, she should be 1 from 1.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking to my kick here. The margin was that small that a kilo would probably, you can comfortably say, would have won.
Yeah.
And Hugh Bowman did it the week before. Hugh.
Well,
green light, Hugh.
Yeah.
Oh, Huey.
Where's the precedent for Huey? Oh, wait a second.
He got 1,000. He got 1,000.
Yeah,
Didn't he? $1,000.
Different rules.
Yeah.
He got the same penalty for weighing
In
a
a Group
kilo
1,
over
by
that
the
he got
way.
for flinging his helmet off. He should have been given 1,000 for throwing the helmet off.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, that's sick. I was that disgusted. I'm still fuming about it. Disgusting. Shit. Alright, back to Moonee Valley. I'm done.
Speaking of you being red hot, mate, how about the rail at Moonee Valley? Well, not according to some places, so...
Well, it's punters.com. I get that you're built on and your foundations are on affiliates and on punters losing cash, but to suggest that track was not leader bias is just poor in every aspect, I think. Do you not?
I think that when you look at the first
Have
two...
they had too much of the corporate free piss there at the Valley in the big boxes and not paying for a ticket and not actually having a bet on a horse that needed to make a run from outside or something? I don't understand, but it's crook.
You know you'll get a diplomatic answer from me because I like some of the blokes there at Punters.
I know, it's not a crack at the blokes. I don't
Yeah.
know who wrote it. I've met 2 of them and I really like the blokes. But it was crap.
Yeah, I don't agree with their opinion on it being the rail not being hot. It was clearly hot.
I don't know, I look at them as like a genuine outlet for racing information and a much more sort of punter-friendly place to find information, and that sort of shit scares me, I guess.
Yeah, well, we'll go through the races and we'll explain to them why we think it was hot, because we've done race by race on all 18 races, and clearly the information we have from our friends who actually work on the track, even they agreed that, you know, for Friday, the rail was hot, and they told us pre-race it was going to be hot as well. Anyone who walked the track pre-race knew that the inside two was going to be hot. And then that was clearly, there was no marking after that meeting, so there was still going to be a hot rail. I've got photos if people want it. I'm happy to, you know, to share.
Yeah,
What it looked like. Yeah. Anyway.
My opinion is that there was a severe advantage to be rails in run.
Yep.
And the rail was the fastest place on the track, and if they went at an even tempo, you couldn't catch them, which isn't what you want as a punter, and on the biggest day that Moonee Valley has.
Correct.
That'd be my calm opinion of the race day. How do you say it?
Yeah, well, look, I'm probably not as detailed as you guys, but looking at the races, I guess in hindsight, there was only one spot to be, or
the races
for 2 days. For 2 days.
The races in which they swoop.
Yeah.
They're either staying races or 2-year-old races, or races where they've gone suicide speeds early and the leaders have folded up.
Yeah, and so there's not a genuine trend to see there.
Yeah.
Ignore them, and then there was just only one thing.
Correct.
One way.
Anyway, do we want to get into any other rants or save a few of them? Because I've got a couple more.
There's a list.
I think
I've got a long list here.
Yeah,
I don't normally rant that much, but
I reckon we can save some, because I reckon we'll do that at the in between, and we'll get onto those
During
anyway.
races. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that one during the race for that one anyway.
Yep.
So let's start with Moonee Valley Race 1.
Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. So
Shit
Manikato
race.
night.
Not interested in it at all.
Lord Durrani let him down at a huge tempo to the point where at one stage, I think at 600 metres in, I saw someone say Lord Durrani would have been 5 lengths ahead of Galo Chop in the Cox Plate.
Is that serious?
Yeah.
Would it still run second?
Yeah. So
Was it on the fence?
yeah, of course it was.
Oh.
Yeah, of course it was. But that also shows how slow compared to this type of race they went in the Cox Plate, which we'll get onto a little bit later, and I'll talk to you about. I think it just clearly suited dodging bullets. It was the fittest horse. Gardini had setbacks, and you didn't want that speed on. Still brave in third. Not a lot I can follow out of that race. I just want to move on.
Yep. Nothing to add. Don't care.
Race 2, Ribeye went around favourite, finished last. Rocket Mahal had not led its past 5 starts and did not map to lead, yet somehow it's led them around with a stupid
there was
tempo.
a little bit of this going on the weekend, wasn't there?
Master Reset was gone 150 metres into the race when it was 3 wide with no cover midfield.
Oh,
That's
one.
That's one I just showed you. What Luke Curry was thinking on that, I did not know.
He wasn't thinking. Race set up perfectly for Carrig Anair, however you say it, I don't know.
The Hayes horse.
Yeah, it's a Hayes one. I want to say Weir. Old friend Jane found it dappled and the pick of the yard.
Did we have it in our numbers? I
Had it in our numbers.
can't
Yeah.
remember.
My blowout chance in the race, Rockaway gets done at 100 to 1.
Was that the thing that flashed away?
Yeah,
Flashed down the outside.
No, it came through the inside. That was Laughing Yank who came down the outside.
That was a big run. That thing's
Yeah.
lightly raced. That might be the only horse here that's worth looking at.
Refulgent's still not ready to win. That's all I'd really say about this race.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it didn't get a chance to win though by the run.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's still a low grade race. I think
we would have sent it out near on top, Refulgent. Yeah, not at top.
Yeah,
but near the top.
I think it needs another run.
Yeah, you sent out Refulgent and Master Reset, which got slaughtered. So
yeah.
Oh, 150 metres into the race, I said to you that.
You just knew. Ooh, someone pay you, mate.
All right, let's keep kicking on this.
Race 3. I don't have a lot to say here. Foxhall led them around slow tempo. Black Sheep outside, Orient Line, and Give Us a Go. 1, 2, 3, 4 in running. Finish kind of similar.
I couldn't believe the price his favourite was.
So a lot of people are saying that they needed to question the ride on Foxhall because they went really slow, and I'll kind of agree on that because
let's watch it. I haven't watched it again.
Yeah, so if you go really slow on a horse that's $1.65, so that's generally saying that you've got the best horse in the race. And if you got the best horse, you should be pushing the tempo on, right? Like, you should have a medium to strong tempo.
Oh, BMW X3.
Yeah.
Like, how many people watching racing.com can afford a BMW X3?
Horse Miler, whatever his name on Twitter, who had Winks going for about 160k.
Oh, you're not buying a brand new Beamer, are you?
No. Did you see the video of that,
If
though?
you're smart enough to make money out of the punt, you don't buy brand new cars.
Yeah, true. Did you see the video on that,
You're buying
though?
demos, aren't you?
yeah, demos.
You see the video of him watching Winx, or then seeing Cuban off fucking coming. He's like started to seriously shit himself. It was,
As you would.
yeah.
I'll show myself a little bit.
I mean, he'd laid a bit off. So look, they're just crawling here, absolutely crawling, and nothing's pushing tempo.
So they run 12-4.
Yeah, I mean 12-4.
Yeah, that's what I've been showing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Dicko's given me a bit of insight, came a bit earlier, just telling us the pace in which the horses were running.
Yeah, which is on the screen, but it's a really good way to see.
And then 12-8.
If they should be making ground or shouldn't be making ground, or why certain things happen, and why horses can just keep kicking away, and why they
And look,
can't.
he's still kind of restraining it, like he's just not letting it even freely go.
Yeah, so what Drew's saying is the favourite's capable of going 11 something, and instead of going 11 something, they're going 12 and a half.
Correct.
And he's letting all those other slower horses just ride within their comfort zone.
This is Curry, by the way.
Might have decent turns of foot.
Yep.
Yeah. You're basically not playing into the hands of your own horse.
But he's on the rail.
Well, he's come off it a bit as well, which is interesting.
I thought Bondigo looked enormous in the yard, and I think it might be back.
Yeah, just not suited by the pace. I mean, it's a bit of
Oh
a
yeah,
cat.
100. That's what I'm saying. Nah, as if it's going to win this sort of race off that sort of pace. I
It-
thought it was paraded really well, Bondigo, and I'm really keen to see where it goes.
It is a cat, mate. I mean...
Speaking of cats, let's get to race 4.
I don't know
What have we
who
got here?
rates for, so
Identity.
let's have a
This is where I
yes.
started to fucking assume the fetal
Okay,
position on the
yeah.
Friday night.
look. Look, this one is fairly straightforward in terms of...
Blinkers on, you'd expect it would cross from 9. Is that fair?
They didn't try. I think
Yeah, I
Sam's...
know. You're doing the form.
Yeah.
It's got superior early pace to every horse in the race. It's exposed. It's got
Yeah.
blinkers on. It's a leader bias track. Mark Zara's the best in Melbourne, I think.
Not for me.
I'm in 9. Do I cross and lead, or do I sit OSL and snag and go and snag and go?
Knowing that stable, OSL.
Yeah, well, he should have crossed and led. I thought he would. He didn't. I hated it straight away.
Well, you heard the tactics from him. Remember as soon as I said when we'd already sent the bet out, and then you hear Hayes from the yard say, "Oh, we haven't actually given Zara any instructions. Look, we've said to lead, but if he needs to, he can take a sit." So in other words, that meant they were not leading at all costs on a horse that needs to lead at all costs and will never pass a horse in its life.
Yeah.
So
And it hasn't got its last 200 is the most
Yeah.
scary part of its profile.
yeah, you should be kicking away on the turn with it, not bloody being outside something. Agree
and
completely.
our bet was massive on it and something on the
Was it Nature
on the
Strip?
on the sixth
On the
nature
sixth,
strip, and
yeah.
I think if he
That was a huge run.
just how crook racing can be. I reckon if he crosses and leads,
Yeah, instead of
he
going out.
probably folds up, costs Sam's image at least a length.
Yeah.
Nature strip.
Yeah, straight through.
But that's just talking through my kick.
Of course. Maloney, once again, one of the most underrated jockeys going around.
He is going really, really well.
Yeah, just keep following him. Put him on roads, people.
Race 5. Very low race this, I thought.
Once again, leaders got the win. Kings Bay looked enormous in the yard, I thought, but just had nothing. Essence of Terror flew home. I think that's a Simon's horse. He got in trouble for that ride. I think got suspended. But Mile High was, that was probably third, fourth pick in the yard. But it was probably the only one going forward. So in hindsight, you go, well,
Yeah, we had in our numbers.
yeah,
I thought sent out Lady Esprit on top. I think we backed it
we
each
sat
way.
last.
Not suited at all by
No.
the ride, the night, blah blah blah. I think Lady Esprit's going pretty well.
Yeah, definitely.
Might have had Spurs on. No, it didn't.
No.
Race 6.
Class horses here.
This horse is flying, eh?
You talked me out of this one, right?
We had it in our numbers. We
I
bet,
know,
we bet on it.
but I didn't on the day. You talked me out of it.
I said to bet on it.
I know,
How
but
did he talk you out of it?
Yeah.
I told everyone to get on it.
He's like, oh, it's a Cranbourne horse, mate. It's a
Yeah,
local, it's a local horse.
he's talking before we got to the race.
Oh.
It's a local horse. I'm saying, but they don't just knuckle like that and then not come back and win.
But I talked you out of it, though. The Mountie Mail, we said to back it.
Yeah.
He talked me out of it. That being said, D. Oliver, what a ride.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he knew the bias was there. He rode it to perfection. And Token of Love's bloody unlucky not to win this race. I mean,
we might have found that too, eh?
we were talking about it pre, but I don't think we found it from the yard.
Keep going while I look. Oh, I've lost that sheet.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a low grade race. You look at the third horse. That thing's not any.
I know that we had
Anything
we
special?
had we backed the winner. We might have backed the 6 as well.
Yep, definitely.
I think we did back. We backed the 8 because I only collected the exacta here.
Speaking of exactas, guys, like I get the text. I'm usually quite busy on a Saturday, and so I'm putting the odd bet in between my work appointments, and it's good to hear. Just everyone has their own betting strategies, but Dicko's tips there seem to it's not just for winners, but the exacta which you just talked about. And
I mean, I've been showing you like how I play them a bit. Yeah.
And I think it gives a different option, and just making sure that even 4th pick from the out or 3rd pick from the out, even though it may say back 1 or 2 horses, just always consider them. Sometimes try something a bit different.
Yeah, I think it's Manny Omar's got to be the final piece to your own
what you do.
Yeah, research
assessment
as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you just follow it blindly, you're going to have enormous days and complete wipeouts.
Yeah,
like Friday night almost was without Felica. Pretty much. I think that's the only one we've got to collect on.
Gunpowder was slight money back
plus
a little bit extra. Yeah,
that was a big bet too.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
That thing was enormous in the yard.
Yep.
We want to move on to the main race.
Yeah, the Manicato. And jeez, wasn't Terry Bailey excited?
He was. I mean, Terry doesn't get this many opportunities.
I think Terry caused half the shit though with Chautauqua because I don't think anyone told him it was back in the race. He's like, no, he's back in. He's back in.
Well, he started to try and jump on it. So
it doesn't mean anything.
Well, you don't jump back on a horse unless it's been declared fit to you.
Yeah.
And then
if I'm a jockey and about to race in a very rich race, I'm jumping on it. It's fine. The horse is fine. Let it go. I want to run.
I want to know why it took her 40 seconds to declare it lame when, as soon as it came out of the stalls, it took pressure off its bloody near hind, or whatever you call it.
It's left back.
Yeah, left back.
Yeah.
That one.
We're not vets here. We're punters.
The left back, it's clearly taking pressure off it. And you go, well, that thing's lame. And then you see the vision post races, and well, that's the leg that it got bloody caught up at the back of the stalls. It was like off the ground for half a minute.
I tell you the highlight of the Friday night trip home and Saturday morning for me was Drew posted that on Twitter.
Yep.
To a sort of arrogant, pretentious little tweet from Dylan Dunn.
Yeah.
Assuming Drew's a nuffy and he knows everything about the game. And he goes, and then I questioned him and he goes, you've got to feel for the connections. Oh yeah, we've really. I feel sick for the connections. Yeah. They've had no luck at all in racing.
No, me too.
The
high horse.
As a punter, when the horse is taken out of the stalls, you want it scratched every single time.
And it's what about English not being
so
scratched?
The other,
English,
you're getting ahead of me there, Drew. English was the same. It did the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Did a lap. How'd it go? Did it run up to its SP?
Of course not. No.
It does something to them.
Yeah.
Whether they're fit enough or not, they don't win off it. The return on investment would be disgustingly poor.
It is.
From horses that are vetted.
It is. And that's why you get on Betfair and you lay in them every single time.
For someone in the racing media to have no clue of that, it's a bit scary.
He's fairly new. He's probably only 3 months in, but yeah.
Yeah, but just the lack of respect he showed you.
But in all honesty, Dicko was actually seeing them well. I don't know if you noticed, guys, the 4 that was sent out for the Manicato was actually second.
This is sick. This is fucking sick.
Second, third, fourth.
4 numbers were second, third, fourth, and fifth. And my other number that I ticked in the boxes was fucking Haydock. And I went to the Moonee Valley Breakfast with the Stars thing. Brody King gave me a ticket. I appreciate it, Brody. But now I wish I didn't go because Haydock has led its last few.
Yep.
But they're mile races. Back to 1200 against the best sprinters in Australia. Tony McAvoy at the breakfast. We will definitely be riding it cold and taking a sit. So I've decided there's a massive leader bias by now on the
Do you want to watch this race and just see how much of a sit he takes with the pushing it forward?
I just watched it. So I've decided there's a massive leader bias. I've got down to 5 horses, which were the horses that ran top 5.
Yep.
And I penned the horse that I think from that gate's going to end up back wide. Haydock. And he jumps out of the stalls and scrubs the fucking ears off the thing.
Yeah.
Then he goes, I don't have enough pace to completely cross, so what I'll do is I'll just barge into the favourite who's been truckloaded, and he'll in turn knock out the second favourite, which is actually really smart.
Not a bad idea.
Curry, because he's just destroyed half the field and 50% of the market.
Well, and the people who run the rules of this are just gutless in terms of upholding something like that as well.
And it's proof again that there's rails in run suited. Like, eventually
Why
it ends
did
up...
Malaguerra go back?
I don't know.
Like, that was...
I reckon it
how
might
did
have
that not win?
It's costed a fair bit. Yeah, could have
Came
won.
third, so...
Yeah.
But it ends up rails.
Yeah.
And it's
Ends up
run
right,
up the
that's-
rails. So it
exactly.
ends up Haydock in her time, Malaguerra on the rails. Fedora, huge run, paraded enormous. Vega Magic gets smashed. And I think it's no surprise how it's run. You did not want to be on it now, did you?
No.
Did you get out of it?
No.
No.
Oh, it's pretty hard to get out of it at Mooney Valley, let me tell you. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that later on.
The Wi-Fi, eh?
Let me get onto that later on.
Nice
It is
4G,
a-
yeah?
Oh, just...
I'm just looking at this right on Malaguerra and saying there's no chance you win from there.
Yeah,
Like-
but he didn't have enough speed to cross. Where it, like, it's kind of like
Yeah,
another...
but at least it went inside.
See, Haydock
At
should
least,
be
if
here.
anything.
No horse off the fence does shit here. They're the last 4 horses in the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ride on Rock Magic was really poor. He had enough pace early to get in a great spot. Speed gets home alright, but he's out wide.
Yeah, Speefy.
Alright.
Speefy rocketing home.
Moral of
for-
the story is next time I'm sending out 5 numbers when I got 5. And I'm boxing them all.
Boxing up. Go
Boxing
for the
them
first
all.
4 as well, because that would have paid huge.
$60 box exacta gets you 3 times the exacta.
Yeah.
600 box exacta gets you.
Yeah.
So can I just read this
Yeah.
out to you real quick?
I feel sick.
They lodged an objection against Haydock after declared the winner. On evidence, it was established that In Her Time was tightened for room near the 900 after receiving a bump from Vega Magic, which had been tightened for room by Haydock, which had shifted in at the point when not fully cleared to obtain the lead. So, done something illegal. The stewards were of the opinion that regardless of the incident, Haydock would have led the race, and weighing up the degree of interference. So let me just go back to that. How was it ever going to lead that race and not overspend its energy to then get across?
It would have led the race, but it would have used up more petrol. And if Craig Williams thought that Vega Magic handled racing under lights, he would have kicked up and held him out on the superior animal, the superior sprinter.
And then just
If the
to...
race is run another 5 times, Haydock is not going to win one of them.
Yeah, probably not.
And
And
is
old,
that 23s, right?
Yeah,
and old mate,
exactly. We just got fucked.
old mate Curry gets 10 meetings as well, but don't
So,
worry,
yeah, you get
the punter
10
gets screwed.
I don't mind. I don't mind him getting. I don't know what I think of that.
He's
At least he didn't
broken-
weigh in a kilo over. Like that's a 10 meeting par. If that's par,
He's broken the rules. He's intimidated Vega Magic to the point where it's gone in and hit In Her Time and cost In Her Time from leading, because Haydock should never have been able to cross In Her Time, in my opinion.
that's crook. And on track, you just felt robbed.
Yeah. And then
But the thing is,
there was
they
difference
don't-
opinion on Twitter, I'll
They
put it that
don't
way.
bet. The people who talk about it don't bet.
Of course not.
So they don't care. They don't understand.
Yeah.
Race 8. This is a good result.
Tough end of the night.
I had a little-
0.3 lengths between the top 3.
Had a little bit on suspense, as we talked about on the previous show. Thought it was ready to win.
I thought it
Wasn't
was
sure if it was
legals.
ready to win this. Yeah. I bet it's rails and run. It's
Yeah.
just found on rails and
Did
run.
you get the first 4 on this one, I think, as well?
I can't
I
remember.
think your picks had the
Yeah.
first 4, I think. Well, no, first 3. Try
First
to
three, yeah.
the first
We had a
3.
great result here.
Each way on the 3.
What the exacta pay here? This is a good one.
Yeah, so I went hell of a street each way, was my best
I think
value.
you might
of
have
the
paid
night.
$50 or something. Yeah, 50s.
40s. Yep.
Didn't handle the belly hell of a street.
Miss
is what I gotta
Gunpowder
say.
paraded huge, ran enormous. It was one of the bigger bets I've ever sent out of a Mountie Yard Mail each way, thank God.
Mm.
Hell over street, paraded well. Drew something with the right eye.
Could have crossed, but didn't handle the turn either. So it probably lost half a length, I reckon, on the turn. cost us the race.
Suspense going well, stick with it. Alright,
Yeah.
Drew, let's kick on to the next day.
Saturday.
So Cox Plate Day. Do we talk about the Wi-Fi / punting plus just
Do it
general
now?
nature?
Get it out of the way.
Yeah. So I was
I
cooked
thought
up.
you want to talk about it in the last.
Well, Drew's a ball. I'll just do what Drew says.
No, so first of all, so I was in the upstairs above the mounting yard for most of the day, and it was an absolute furnace up there. So I had to wear my full suit with being my media gig stuff. So it's the rules of racing. I have to. No aircon, no breeze, no windows, nothing. Just
Mate, it was like it was colder outside in the hot sun. You
Yeah.
walk in, by race 1, it wasn't comfortable. Race 4, it started to smell in there.
Yep.
Race 8, it just stunk in there. Just like people
So
sweat.
no ventilation, nothing.
No.
Oh.
And then Dicko's come back to tell me after the Cox Plate how he got down. He got to a great spot to watch it on. And I'm telling him about, well, I'm watching Winks and I'm watching, watch her flicker around the corner, flicker around the home turn.
Oh, we
Who's that
saw.
coming
What
with the
about
flickering?
I
And then-
tweeted on Friday night. That's every TV.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
those TVs are situated 20 metres from the betting ring.
Yeah.
They were installed in the late 60s.
I'd say 80s, but yeah.
We're paying people. There's free piss on everywhere downstairs for the people in suits with connections. The people funding the industry can't get a bet on their phone because there's not enough reception, which is so disgustingly cruel.
There would have been millions not turned over because of
the traders we go with didn't even trade.
Yeah.
Like live traders.
And
in play.
they're turning over probably $1 million a week on Betfair.
And the TV setup is a disgrace. It's hot. The lineup for drinks was a disgrace.
They clearly... So, look, they don't own the 4G, but Telstra should have, they should be in contact
Yeah, I
with
was
Telstra
thinking
for
that. They're
type of
probably
thing.
not responsible for it, but if I'm running an event, surely they've got to look into
And then
it.
that was forcing everyone onto the Wi-Fi, and that was just making it to the point where people were trying to put a bet on. You just couldn't put a bet on. And that's
No,
just
she
not...
was saying it. She should have seen this. It's like, just capped off the shit. I've got in a pretty big hole on Friday night. Punched my way out of it on Saturday. I missed 3 exactors that landed because I couldn't. For 4 minutes, I tried to bet. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Next to
That's
you.
just
I'm
sick.
fucking fuming and he's getting scared how girls getting, eh?
Yeah.
Last race,
I
tried
wish.
to unload the whole stack because I just had enough of the internet on Aloysia.
Yeah.
And I barely got it on. I got none on online. I had to go and take poison odds with a shit little bookie. So it was like,
Wasn't Welshie, I guess.
I was fuming the whole way home. I was talking to Walshy today about it. It was Walshy and I called him.
Yeah.
You know who we both were?
Yeah.
It's separate Telstra shops getting new dongles. It's a disgrace.
Well, my dongle didn't work. I mean, I'm paying bloody 100.
Yeah, they
$100
tried to
a
sell
month.
me. They tried to sell me that one. And I said no way. It's just crook. It's really got to be addressed,
Alright.
but it won't. But it won't be. Let's get in these races.
Yep, race one.
Already 25 minutes in.
Yeah, that's fine. Race one.
This
fairly
favourite's
quick.
really good. This winner's really good.
Yep,
That was
so
a big run.
good winner. 2 horses put up right lane, which were Jawal and Farrow.
Oh yeah. Now Farrow, I think is almost a star in the making. It's a beautiful, beautiful horse. Big, lovely moving horse. I spoke to him afterwards. I don't think it handled the turn. I think it copped a little knock. They're spelling it.
It's lame
It's
as
sore,
well.
it's
so,
lame. Excuses all day. Really keen to see it come back.
Black Book.
Yeah.
Big black book.
Uh,
It was a standout. It was the biggest standout of all parades for the whole weekend. It was against what it was racing.
Yeah.
It looked like a 3-year-old against 2-year-olds.
Yeah. I'd just say I don't think any of the others are good.
It wasn't a
outside of the
great way
winner.
to start the day. Like I have
No.
an enormous bet at it. Anyway.
We'll talk about
Anything
that
else?
day.
Nah, race 2.
Gun case, what a run. 3 wide trip, 4 wide around the turn, still won.
Yeah. But
Brave wins.
Why'd it win?
Inside rail.
No, it swooped because they fucking flew.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
They flew along, and the it's just the race where the 2 leaders folded up.
No, not really. Not completely.
Let's watch it. You say whatever you got about this race.
Your horse and my horse were just unlucky. I mean, bad odds.
Unlucky.
Yeah,
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Thalberg was unlucky.
yeah,
Thalberg was unlucky, you reckon?
yeah. No?
Alright, we'll go to the replay. So
this
get
was
it
the
up.
first race
If
that
you're at-
Dicko showed me because that's how much he was spewing it.
Yeah, so if you're at home, get it up on racing.com.
So I'm watching.
Okay, here's Thalberg. Gate 3.
Yeah.
Where is he now off the jump?
He's probably 3rd, but
3rd in line, and he's in 1st in line is out wide,
yeah, going.
and
case.
2nd in the line is 2 from the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so of the 6 horses inside of us, near us, we got them
Is
covered,
it?
don't we? We got Danuka covered by half a length.
Yeah.
Roll it on.
Just pause there for a sec. Battlehouse, he's not even pushing it along, so he's already
Yep.
said that he's just going to take a sit out the back
Yep.
Instantly just given the race up.
Yeah, should trade all your bet out. Couldn't win from there.
It was ridiculous.
Craig on Thelberg looks inside, no one there. Let's get across the rail. Slowly. Now we start snagging.
Danuki's just
We're snagging.
limp in front
Yeah,
now.
Danuki's pushing. Look at the snag. Look at the horse presenting it. Just imagine having your hard earn on this thing.
Yeah.
Just imagine it.
Guys, as a just a average punter, with of course getting some of the SMSs as you would, unloaded a little bit on Thelberg as well. Obviously, not knowing what to look at all the time, but with what's Dicko showing me today, it's an eye opener. Just how crazy!
Mate,
like
just
you
watch
will
his
be
race.
spewing.
Just watch his race. He doesn't touch it once.
Yeah, it's just
Because he
just
can't.
traveling average speed. The whole
He could hit it here. He doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't.
doesn't do anything.
Look at it.
Yeah.
It's just
But how sticks that Battlehorse almost still wins.
Yeah. But
I would say the runner gun case is still amazingly good considering the
100%.
bias.
We had a second round numbers.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't collect on the race, you got problems. But just fucking.
Yeah.
Like if someone's getting 10 weeks for crossing horses and winning races, what are we getting for that?
Yeah.
It's fucking not right.
Got willowed. I got willowed in the day as well, so.
Race 3.
This leader's a damn good thing. Do you want me to...
That was another case I raced to where I zigged or I should have zagged.
Yeah.
Look at my numbers. 9, 7, 1,
you crossed out the 9.
9, 3, crossed out the 9, put in the battle horse. Would have had another exacta. That was a fat one too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Single bullet lost the plate.
How
ran
good is
second.
racing?
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun and games.
Oh.
Single bullet lost the plate, so still
Yep.
a decent run. Removes I thought was pretty good from the back.
No leader bias.
Oh, sorry, wrong race for saying removes. Eptium, Ping the Lids, was never getting run down. This thing could be a star potentially.
Oh, yes and no. I went Mitch or Matt, whatever he wants to be called, before the races declared.
He declared it, yeah.
Declared. What was the thing in Queensland? Something in Queensland that pissed him, and this horse.
Yeah.
And we went up and talked to the trainer for like 20 minutes, and was not going to be this positive. Like looked to be positive, but not. So I think it's a red hot leaders track. The horse would really have to use itself up to get there.
Good jockey. In form.
So I'm like, no. Back single bullet. Play on. Best horse in the yard. Biggest bet for me for the race. Experimentation.
Oh,
Let's have another Craigathon. Let's watch this one too. Let's put ourselves through a bit more torture.
yeah. We're suckers for pain. We want to watch this.
Should I read this for you?
Yeah,
First?
read it out.
So,
And I'll cut in
experimentation.
while I'm watching the race.
Experimentation rider. Craig Williams was questioned regarding his tactics when the colt was ridden back.
So he's pinged the lids. He's got the two horses either side of him covered. Probably as far forward as any horse in the race.
Yeah, maybe
from an
one.
outside draw, he can build momentum. and
Maybe
go
one's
across
ahead of him.
on a leader bias track. He's in the front half of the field here.
Yep,
Front
snags
half
back.
of the field.
It was.
Still
He's
is.
in 5th.
Yeah.
6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, last. Snag, snick it.
So, which is in contrast to its normal racing pattern. So he's changed the tactics on it by himself. He explained that after discussion with the connections prior to mounting,
Hang on, we're 3 wide now. Last.
that it may be an option to ride the colt back from the wide barrier depending on the amount of speed drawn inside. So first of all, how do you not know the rail's biased, Craig, at this stage?
So they're
Like,
going 11-6. So they're going like quick, but not. It's not. They went 13-4 to the 1,000. Like,
Did you get out at this stage?
oh,
not on this track.
how could you possibly get out when you can't even get on? Imagine trying to live trade on at Moonee Valley on Saturday.
Mm.
I would have gotten out like at Moonee Valley in August when there's 4 people there. Clear sunshine rattles home again.
Yeah, depending on the amount of speed inside. Ultimately, soon after the start, he did make the decision to restrain his mount, and after 400 metres was satisfied that where he had settled. However, the horse did not finish the race. Now, it did pull up lame. Now, so, trainer Robert Smurden was interviewed via telephone, and he explained that there were no firm instructions to go back. That from his perspective, he expected the colt to take up a forward position.
So if Robert doesn't know what the fuck Craig's going to do,
Yeah,
how do we?
correct.
That is.
Got willowed.
We'll give 10 weeks for someone who wins races, though.
So
Imagine someone should run this. I couldn't be bothered doing it, but it'd be very interesting.
Mm.
How many times a horse is restrained and wins?
not often. Yeah. I would say experimentation. Just so this is just a yard one. It always looks good. I think last time we probably had it.
It's only raced like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's a good horse.
Yeah.
Follow it.
Race 4. Second race in a row that leader has been on the rail and
They
won.
didn't go overly quick.
And To Cool the Spirits come from the back on the rail and come second.
It's rails and run, rails and run.
Faves sit outside the leader and just not being good enough.
Back to Removes and Jorda, who are both
Jorda,
snicked. Given none.
Removes was a pretty good run, but the run of the race was Jorda. So Jorda's first 400 was in 23.78 compared to the winner that was 22.84. So almost a second slower in the first 400 metres. How in the hell is your horse going to win doing that? It's not.
You guys have a lot of love for Hugh Bowman, huh?
Hugh Bowman can just...
Don't be too much.
He can just,
Hugh Bowman's riding on Saturday and Friday night, and recently has been quite disappointing.
He gave his horse zero chance.
He's a complete nutter jet.
I disagree on that.
But he's just been avoiding risk, avoiding trouble, and it's to the detriment of punters everywhere.
And racing.
Because he's always on horses in the market.
Yep.
It's scary. The way that he rode really poorly on Saturday, and all you see and hear is how good he is.
So tell me this though, pull up the race at the 600. So he was questioned by the stewards, and let me read this out. When questioned regarding his tactics, rider Hugh Bowman explained that at the 600 he had made the decision to whether to come out and endeavour to circle the field, which was the pre-race plans. However, in his opinion, the pace had been very strong, and he didn't believe that the filly would be able to sustain the run, so he tried to conserve energy and save
He went
ground.
wide anyway.
But he didn't watch. Yeah, he eventually did. And therefore he elected to try and get a run through the field in the straight, which did not eventuate, and subsequently was held up for a major part of the straight. So what he's eventually just said is he doesn't know how to ride Moonee Valley. It's quite simple, because if they're going fast, you get the
Check
slingshot.
something out.
Yeah, go for it.
Keep going.
You get the slingshot effect, and that horse could have actually won the race.
Yep. Look,
But
still,
maybe none.
don't drop off it. I think.
I'll keep following it, yeah.
Definitely.
I think there's a lot of Hugh Bowman horses that are worth following into Flemington.
I'd go inside, dude. That'll pick up. Oregon's Day, so race 5.
Yeah, Oregon's Day was
the lay of the day from the yard. So
Yep.
This is the only horse that I saw that sweated up badly from the behind. So what I'm looking for a horse to lay
Yep.
is I want to see them doing something they haven't done the previous time. So that's either they've started sweating up or they're just completely off their nut, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it was parading, it slowly got bigger and bigger, but they get like this white patch between their legs, and it was just clearly sweating up and just massive negatives. And they jumped it at 440, 460.
Yep.
Never winning. And ran accordingly. This was another leader in second place. You know.
So
winning
Louboutin,
race.
hopefully you guys got on board with
Yep.
Louboutin. That was
Stuff up though.
yeah. Well, unlucky some of you guys have sent through and not get the text message, but
Drew, let him have it.
Oh, just
what happened?
we sent out via an SMS service,
Yep.
and I guess the guys up in Sydney hadn't topped it up.
Yep.
So yeah, we send it out and think it's sent out, and then it obviously hadn't gone.
We're obviously going to the pump and got a fat winner.
Yep.
I'm charging around the betting ring like a psychopath,
Yeah.
punching people and fist pumping.
You don't want to be near him when he gets a winner. I've still got a bruise here from bloody last night.
I think you had Seven Pinsky in your picks as well, I think.
Yeah. So, but how good was that ride on Louboutin's? Because
Yeah.
he could have sat outside leader, but he's decided, no, I'm pushing on, I'm taking this lead, and that's where he won the race.
Yeah, and he slowly rolled across, didn't panic.
Yeah.
It's a
And
great ride.
Whoever was on Savapinski,
Abdullah, I think.
yep, he just got made absolute.
Oh, I think
He
Abdullah.
got worked over.
There's a bit of a discussion about this. I'm a massive Abdullah fan.
He got
And
worked over.
A few smart guys on course aren't.
Mm.
I think he's a great jockey.
Well, he wasn't there. Maybe back in Sydney he is.
Well, that's where I know from. I think he's fantastic.
Tahani just wasn't good enough. Not sure what to make of that. So, yeah.
It was a good result, though.
Yeah.
There's another exacta. We were starting to get into a rhythm here.
Race 6.
Boring. No, let's not even talk about it.
They crawled something like 18 lengths slower than benchmark, is what I heard. Haven't got the times through yet, but I'll trust that because they crawled. Big Duke never suited. Basta got it wrong on Cismontane. What the hell are you doing going that slow? Like, your horse. Your horse doesn't have the final 400 meter speed to hold off a Libran on sectional data. And somehow Barman still goes past Libran. I've got no idea on it, but yeah, whatever.
Who shot the Barman? How did our numbers?
It looked good.
It's because it looked great.
It did look
it's
good.
A grand final horse that Waller knows like the back of his hand, and he peaks it every time he brings it to Melbourne.
Yeah.
It wins a race like this, and it goes into the Melbourne Cup. He does it every year. It's a very solid horse, and it was easy to find in the yard because not just from the yard, like you're thinking, what's Waller doing with his horse? The horse run third in Melbourne Cup. It's got severe ability.
Yeah.
And I'm think it's got a lot to come because it would have won by further if they went faster. It's a superior stay to every horse here except Big Duke.
Yeah, I think Big Duke we didn't see enough of that, but
I thought Big Duke paraded perfectly. Yeah. It was like dappled. It was tight.
That's what I mean. It was never suited. It's not a horse that can win that race.
I think the faster they go, the harder they stop, and who shot just keeps going.
Yeah, would have been a good race.
All right, race 7.
You skipped one.
Yep.
This was a messy race. Line of 6 to the first turn, wide, and forced Mintha to kind of lead up, which was a change of tactics. Thanks for letting us know.
No, it wasn't a change of tactics. It was that's odd, and it's cooked the horse.
Yeah.
They've gone really quick early.
Yeah.
This is the race.
Yep.
This is a race where people will say, "Oh, where's the leader bias?" There's no leader bias. You watch the last 400. Watch it at home. They've gone too quick on a horse that doesn't want to lead, never leads.
Yeah.
It was backed. People think he's not going to lead. It's shit itself coming into the straight.
Yeah.
It's taken out Pageantry, who we found from the yard.
Yeah.
They've ended up almost like last and second last turn.
Pageantry was flying at that
They've
point.
gone they've been just lapped on the corner. Yeah, so they're last and second last. So Pageantry, total forgive, might get a good price bet at next start.
Yeah.
And that's why they've swooped, because the leaders have folded up.
Yeah. Well, the one that I liked from the yard, Glam Guru, which you didn't find in your numbers, it sat 3 wide and no cover and still ran on for, I think, 4th there.
Yeah, 100%.
That was a pretty good run.
He was pretty dirty on me for not having any numbers.
Oh, yeah.
And he was right. No, he was right.
I thought it was I guess the barrier did it in, but...
I thought it was a really...
But hey, you didn't get willowed here. You actually got the opposite of getting willowed.
How sick am I, though, backing him again?
Yeah, I know. Godolphin backing Willow.
Godolphin and Willow, I backed them both.
Godolphin couldn't bloody score and, an open goal.
Another exacta, though, it was Candy.
Guys, once again, being more of a amateur punter, just watching that race, what Dicko just showed with what who slowed it down was
Mintha went forward, couldn't handle it, folded up, took out Pageantry.
Yep, and
Speedway.
And Pageantry had the inside run as well, so...
Yeah, so that's when rails and run doesn't look like it was an advantage. And you just simplify it, but it was.
Yeah.
All day.
Race 8.
Race 8, the same thing happened again. Leaders went way too quick.
So,
this horse...
Can I ask you a question here?
This winner was going to win 800 out.
I said 600.
Didn't touch it.
Yeah.
I showed you 8.
Yeah, didn't touch
ask
it.
me a question. Answer this.
Blake Shin
Was
flying.
Burning Front there solely to be the bunny to chase to put the speed on for Lucky Hustler?
I hate this. I will say that Darren Weir is a complete freak.
Yeah.
This horse is cooked. It paraded enormous. Do we have any numbers? We would have.
Yeah, we had it.
Yep.
130.
There's another exacta, right?
They've ran 134.5 over 1,600 metres.
I don't know. Was that fast?
That's fast.
Yeah, well, everything's fast because it's a firm 2.
No, come on, mate. That's not a firm 2.
It's a firm 2, and that's why Winks won by half a length.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Look, Religify I thought was game, but once again, that was the rail holding up.
I thought it somewhat was the run of the race because it paraded like a bus. It couldn't win the way it paraded. I really liked it from the previous show. If you watched it, I backed it before
That's
I got there.
You didn't have in your numbers.
Parade like cooked itself in the yard.
I was super keen on it until he's come back and told me, "No, it's cooked. Get your bet off."
Yeah, Lucky Hustle's back. You could sort of see it after the race, like positive jockey change.
You go back to the
Up to
previous
a
race as
mile.
well, and you could. It was unlucky.
Mm.
Like, I kind of, in the preview show, I was wanting to, but I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I've just said, what, you got these good on paces.
I think Religify, Burning Front, It's Somewhat, The Winner, and Sound Proposition are all going pretty well.
Yeah, agreed. So, speaking of we're setting tempos, let's go on to race 9. Because...
It loves a conspiracy.
No,
it loves it.
Oh,
Alright,
Galo
what we
Chop. Galo
got?
Chop.
He was fuming post race here.
Yeah, but that wasn't for this. So, Galo Chop, right?
We'll get it rolling.
Its previous start was one of the highest benchmark runs coming into this year, and it led them around at Caulfield. Do you remember that race where it's led them around? So, let's see how fast he goes the first 800 here.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Get yourself
You want, Drew?
Yeah, I'd actually like one, thanks. So, let's just watch Galo Chop here, yeah? Oh, it's a nice leisurely stroll here today, boys. Let's just slowly get out and just, push it along.
I thought it was alright. So they've gone slow. I haven't watched this again.
Well, they're 5 lengths slower than Lord Durrani.
What I will say though, Moonee Valley do such a good job with, like they slaughtered the punter, but they do such a good job with everything else. It's a great venue.
Yeah.
They did everything they did with Wings was great. How easy it is to go and see her, and see.
You see the promo
see
video?
all the people who are
On the
just
letter?
so invested in her, and they really do a great job. And she is just the best thing I've ever seen.
Look, he's just restraining. He's not, trying to go overly hard. He's not trying to just break their will or anything like that.
Good luck.
And
Just twisties, bro.
guess who that was going to suit? Who? You look at the Vincicardi data. Who's going to be the 2 horses that are coming strong over the top 8 based on having a nice tempo set?
Royal Symphony, Humidor.
And Winks.
Well, Wings can do anything. Mate.
Yeah, but Winks and Humidor were clearly the 2 most suited by this tempo. And I have the feeling, if you look at the way they,
They're going 11. They're going faster than half the other races.
you look at the way that Humidor didn't handle that fast pace that was run in the Caulfield Cup. Let's be honest, it didn't.
Mm.
So having a nice slow tempo here to bring it in, make it only really be more a 1600 metre race for it, that was ideal.
Wings 3 wide, Humidor's on the fence. Like,
Yeah.
Humidor's had the perfect ride from Shin, who's really...
Do we want to go back and
Shin's
just...
flying.
He won 3 before this, right? So
Where do you want to go to?
the part where Winks gets very lucky not being 3 wide. So
I don't agree with that anymore. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think you're right. Look, they're fighting. Royal Symphony and Happy Clapper are fighting.
Yeah, but
Winks
see,
is-
he's restrained there. He's just restrained it.
because he's told to follow Winks' ass.
yeah, the Oliver
That's-
did
that's-
the job there,
You've just
didn't he?
let Winks in from being 3 wide the trip. The $1.20
She's
favourite
going to
you've
get
let
in. She's going to get in.
But she wasn't going to get in if he'd kicked up and stayed behind
No,
Harlan.
I don't agree. Sorry, man. I don't.
He's just... I think we would have had an even better race. It would have been great to see if she could still
I
win.
think the reason why Winks doesn't win by further is because of the firmness of the track. She's better on with more give.
Potentially, but...
But I think if Hartnell goes, if
Humidor
goes past her, she'd come back.
You had to get the Hartnell in there, didn't you, bastard?
She'd come back and win anyway. Like, she just doesn't let him win.
I think Humidor is a damn good horse, and I think I did feel that
But this
one
again,
of these
this
horses
is
would get
again
within
like
2
weird.
lengths.
How
So,
good is weird? Like
yeah.
Winks belted him by 10 lengths at Flemington. Like fucking destroyed him.
Hmm.
And everyone on track was like, that might be it for Humidor.
Yeah.
All the smart veterans, broken its heart, could be cooked. Blinkers on, put him over the jumps for a week. After a Caulfield Cup, back 400 metres.
He's not dumb.
He's the
what he's
absolute
doing.
best.
Knows what he's doing.
I'll be honest and say people are saying, oh, it makes her look poor, the distance here.
No, it's a
Humidor
firm too.
is a damn good
it's
horse.
The track.
It's a
the
firm
track.
two.
Yeah, no. She
wide.
wins. She wins.
The
She
pace
wins
wasn't
again.
overly strong. They did track record,
She wins.
but that
Look
was
at the
the
gap.
track.
Look at the gap.
Yeah, to focus
She is the best ever by a mile. Hugh Bowman, I hate the way he's been riding, but the way he and Chris Waller handle themselves throughout all this is beyond perfect. The time they give would be so much of a punish.
Yeah.
And that they're a credit to themselves, they're stable and racing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last race, and didn't we finish well here? I was edgy here because I was actually probably almost square for the 2 days, which was a fucking miracle.
Guys, I don't know. By this time, I was kind of almost gonna vomit because that's how bad I was doing. But then for those of you that was following Rob's picks from Sydney,
Yeah, Rob.
yeah,
Rob.
go Rob.
Manny
Thanks, mate.
Manny O'Malley in Sydney. Rob's
Got us out.
You gotta go on Twitter. This is no joke. What he said. What price was it? 19.
I got 19s on Betfair.
19s.
It said all in.
Rob said, "I'm all in."
All in. All
How
in.
sick is he?
I know.
What
I've
sort
never
of
seen him
mind-
so confidence like
What
that.
sort of mind has the boy got?
I think on his ratings he had $1.85.
Oh my!
And it's going around at 19s.
Rescue my day.
What
And
a-
then if this topped it off, but like I'm just letting you know that gave me a bankroll to bet on this race too. So thanks, Rob. Cheers for the
So
tip.
you've had a stack on this.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not that big. I didn't go that big, but I still want to protect some of the stack. Still
This
walk away
is
with
the,
a
this is the
winning
torture of my day. Like I've tried to fucking unload everything I've got online just about, and nah.
Yeah.
There's like 4 people left on course too. Everyone's left.
Oh, there's still a heap of people. So I was coming this race thinking Cliff's Edge tomorrow. It's leader bias. Aloysius is going to sit further back, like, 1,000 guineas sat last, pretty much.
Which I was thinking going to the yard.
Yeah. And then you see them in the yard, and Cliff's Edge, in my opinion, didn't look as good as last week. So it
I
looked
think
good. It looked good, but I think its walk was a little bit less. I think the muscles are still there, but
What did you have?
I think it blew away. Actually, that one. I wrote
Oh, it's
perfect.
like
I wrote
over here?
perfect again.
yeah, it's that one.
Perfect again.
Okay.
But like Aloysia had improved.
Yeah.
A couple of lengths, and her behaviour was much improved.
Definitely.
And I thought she was a complete and utter model.
As soon as she got the back of Cliff's Edge, I said to myself, okay, let's hedge out of this Cliff's Edge bet.
How good is a ride?
Yeah.
My man.
Yep.
It's 1,400 out. You knew you were going to win.
So,
Our
did
bet
you see
was
distances?
unload Aloysia, save the one. Like, there's no way they were getting beaten.
Yeah.
So they didn't cook each other like burning front, Religify
Regify,
style.
yeah.
They just rode their own races.
7 lengths to third. So Cliff's Edge still beat third by 3.5 lengths. I'd note that Sanchin was absolutely cooked in the yard and was $3 to lay for the place. Once again, easy money.
Right, viewer questions. That's it. Horses to follow. Apart from the obvious, no obvious ones because there's 20 races.
Well, you'd go with Thelberg, wouldn't you?
Yep, Delberg.
Thelberg. I've got one actually outside the box. French Emotion, given a Hugh Bowman pre-Winks special, given none as a barrier trial. Horse is really happy, really healthy.
And
Get it to Flemington, big long straight.
So a few viewer questions. I think that's it for
Yeah, that's
Horses
enough.
to Follow. What beer are you buying me?
Oh, I'm deciding whether I'm going to pass on Walsh's beer to you.
Oh.
I think you signed 50 though from some of the bet. I was thinking that today.
So for those who didn't watch the previous show, he said Winks would win by 5 lengths. I said under 5
We'll have
lengths.
to,
so
we'll have to
I
watch
was
the
very,
tape. I
very
might have said it'll beat third by 10.
This one's from
I'm
Sismo.
buying some cheap beers though.
How are all the Blue Jacket horses looking from the yard?
Some of them are looking enormous, like really well. Some a little bit light.
I think you haven't backed many apart from Banish, who won.
Yeah, I think it's not just how they're parading. It's how he's. I think half the problem with them riding them in Melbourne is James Cummings and the riders they use are Sydney riders, and he's a Sydney trainer, and they know how to ride and train and win at Rose Hill and at Randwick and at Warwick Farm, but they don't know how to ride and win at Moonee Valley and Caulfield and Flemington.
Yeah.
The tactics they used on most of their horses on Saturday were fucked. You had no chance of winning.
Yeah, pulled your order back.
It's like it's just basics.
So
Some of their horses paraded are enormous. Though the one I'm thinking of is the one that won.
Yeah.
Whichever one that was. That
Banish,
we backed.
yeah.
Yeah.
there are a few other questions along
But like
similar
other
lines.
guys in the yard who I listen to were like, no,
Just cross them out.
because it's it's starting to become a big thing.
Yeah. Same with Hugh
Therefore, it's
Bowman.
also an edge the other way. If you're confident that it's right in the yard and it's got the form, and that the tactics might be all right this time, you're getting a better price than you would.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Apart from the Cup, Bowman was a disgrace and as predicted used Jordan for a practice run, so that's from Michael. Take that one as a comment.
We've sort of said that.
Yeah,
haven't we?
Sinbad, thoughts on Bowman using Jordan and others as a practice run for Winks and giving no chance to win. Punters deserve better.
Covered that.
I think
Agree.
we all agree on that. Is Humidor the biggest lay in the Melbourne Cup? So this is from Trevor Hendy. Yes, at $7 you'd have to be.
But also, you
brain
can't.
dead.
You probably. I don't know. There might be money on Betfair for the cup. I don't think there would be though.
No.
You can't lay it. So it's just not a bet at $7. You're going to get 14s.
It will still be unders at 14s. I don't think it should be under $20.
You can't lay it, but I don't think it's a bet.
Yeah. Didn't rate out 2400, so.
Blinkers on that. It changed it.
True.
So
Did
this
the brave
is,
man take like putting a pen through anything that we're trans?
oh, our mate's changed his name. So Dicko is the true Hitler.
No, I don't even read it out. I don't have a chat to this bloke.
Thoughts heading into Flemington, as it generally doesn't have a bias and you can win from anywhere. What are you looking for with the track? Oh, that's a good question.
It doesn't always not have a bias.
Yeah.
I think the weather's that hot and windy here that they're going to water it and they're going to be biased.
It definitely depends on the weather we have leading in. I actually haven't checked the weather, so it's just you keep yapping for 2 seconds.
It's scary, isn't it?
Well, yeah, we've got 5 millimeters.
You know, like in the movies when someone's like hacking into something?
Yeah.
That's true.
5 to 10 millimeters tomorrow, but nothing else after that. So, like, just
So they're going to
minor
irrigate
stuff.
it, so that's how they create the lanes.
Yeah, so there's every chance that on the Saturday they'll probably have a good track.
Flemington's a
but-
scary, scary place. Flemington Carnival is scary.
Mm.
You just got to stick to the process. Like,
Don't bet straight races. Let's just be honest, right?
Nah,
like,
nah,
if you want to
nah,
win
nah.
long term.
I'm going to go hard. But
Oh,
you just got to stick to the process. Friday night we got wiped out.
Yeah.
Saturday we came back. Like
Yeah.
you just got to. It's just another day.
Yep.
Like we were saying to you on the way home, his tips on Saturday didn't do the best. Week before, the week before that, he tipped like every winner.
Yeah. It all balances out.
It's
doesn't
another.
It?
It might be a big day on the racing calendar, but this is another Saturday.
forgot
There's another like 8 winners.
Yep.
There'll be another 8 winners tomorrow. The next day, and the next day. You just got to stick to what you do.
I forgot to put a quaddie on. It's like the lowest amount of numbers I've ever had in a quaddie for like 2 years, which was 11. I think it was like $20 was getting you the whole quaddie 100%. Paid $400, so $100 on you're getting like $1,600 back. A couple of people got it at least, so I'm happy for them. But
Well, you got to stop putting out your numbers because you're killing the pool. A bit like Harry talking about the exactors. I don't know if I like it.
yeah. Sorry,
Sorry, mate. Didn't mean to.
Sorry, they'll just be betting in the Melbourne ones. We'll start betting you bet.
Yeah. Guys, just think of it as a process.
yeah.
I mean, having followed Dicko and team here for a little while, I think you're always going to have the off days, but I think that's just punting. We've got to take it on the chin, follow the process
Yeah,
next day and the next day.
You just got to. You got to figure it out for what works for you and what you can handle.
Yeah.
You got to enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you get too stressed out by it, just drop off.
Yeah. Just don't think about it. It's all in a bit of fun.
But it's been interesting for me showing you
Oh,
stuff and how you react and showing you how I bet and
I'm going to be looking at races in a totally different way now, like just looking at different things and
or
different
just even
perspectives.
trading out.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot easier at home
Mm.
and with like I can't remember which race. As soon as it did something, I'd be
Yeah.
like I'd just be chopping out even if I took a loss. I'd
Yeah.
rather like guarantee myself a loss of
Yeah.
20 on the race than
Like burning front.
let it
Yeah.
ride.
You hear 2 people folded on the sports bet on Winks? Not joking, they did.
Well, they obviously they're not very good if they're betting with it anyway.
Clog with a blog. How much consideration do you give to young Sydney horses when going the Melbourne way the first time, i.e. Demaria, who was the beaten Godolphin favourite that ran third?
Yeah, heaps. I was against it.
Didn't look
I-
that great in the yard, though.
Yeah, I thought the other one was that the one when the other Godolphin horse won.
No.
God, there's just too many races.
Yeah.
No, I think they can really get found out going the other way.
Yeah.
But so you can forgive them for one run and be careful of them the next run.
So from Zach Hunt, better be careful saying that name. Should we all pitch in and bulldoze the joint? Death Valley, hashtag.
No, it's the greatest place in Australia to bet.
Well, last time you guys on
Nine
a Friday
ti-
night at Mill
nine-
Valley killed it, right?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10
Yeah.
it's the greatest place to bet. They just, I think that they'd be disappointed with how the track played. I was.
How
The
someone
track
got ridden.
bias, like I've been telling you, like highlights itself in
Yeah.
like 1,000 to 600 metre races. But it's still the greatest place to bet. The atmosphere is really good. It's better when there's less people there.
Mm.
Everything's close. Like you can watch a horse pre-parade and then Parade easily. You can see it stalled easily. At Flemington, you've almost got to wear runners. You walk that far. Do you know what I mean? It's torture. It's a great place. I love the joint. I hope they never change it. All I hope they do is put some TVs in there that were built in the like this millennium.
Yeah.
Maybe some widescreen numbers.
Yeah.
That don't flicker, and possibly try and increase their Wi-Fi capabilities so that patrons on course can wager on the sport. But I still love the place.
Yeah.
Oh, every time I walk in there, I think like I'm working here. I just like pinch myself.
So did you watch the Damien Oliver issue, and what do you think will be the outcome of his appeal? So he's now lost the ride from Melbourne Cup.
He'll get it lessened.
He'll still
How he gets 20 weeks for that, and
20 meetings.
20 meetings, and Curry gets 10. He was like nudging him over, going, "Fuck off to the rail. I want to be one off." And Curry could have taken down the whole field. Taken down the whole field in the Group 1 just the same. I don't understand how they're a different penalty.
I reckon it's trying to get a bit of justice back on D. Oliver for...
Oh, they do hate him.
Yeah.
For when he bet on a horse that he wasn't racing.
A horse, yeah.
When he bet on the winner.
Yeah, James McDonald bet one horse as well.
Yeah, Ollie bet on a horse. I mean, do you know this?
Nope.
So he bet on a horse, Miss Octopussy, I think it was, in the race, and it won. He was riding in the race. He had 10 grand on it.
Yep.
He got 8 months. Came back just in time for spring. Like that's when they make their money. James McDonald had 1,000 on Astern, I think.
Yep.
To win.
It's 2 years, right?
He was riding the horse.
Yeah.
It won. He got 2 years.
When it won its maiden, he gave a little over the line. Yeah, $1,000.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
You just got to try and survive. You just got to try. If you get to the top of the racing world, you just lost just get good.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're on
We're just the battlers, just funding the thing.
If you're on a retainer of $1 million and you're having a bet on a horse, you're an absolute idiot.
Yeah.
Well, we totally disagree on this. I think it was fine. It's great.
Until they go back to the sheds and then one's got 50k on something and goes, "Oh guys, I got 50k on this," and they go, "Cool."
No, yeah. And
then the next guy goes for the next race, "Hey guys, I got 50k on this, cool," and they keep doing turns.
Yeah.
So
that's not
you can't do it. You can't. There's no way you can have them.
I mean, I'd rather be backing James McDonald horses than Damien Oliver's.
Of course.
I'd rather he backed a horse that he won on than a horse.
James McDonald is probably one of the
best
jockeys in Australia.
He was the best at when
there's no doubt about that, and it's nothing against his horsemanship. It's about his judgment, and
shouldn't do it.
But your opinion would be 10 times that on Oliver than it is on McDonald?
What do you mean, sorry?
Like your disappointment in the decision.
For Oliver? Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Alright, any other questions? Are we done?
That was all. This was just...
Just if the track was great, they would be posting shit about the track.
Correct. Just like the Hawks. Do you see the Hawks stable with the vet? Like the Hawks stable, like all these other people are putting out these vet things about. Never say it right.
I get the name.
Chautauqua.
Chautauqua.
The Great Flash.
Great Flash. I can just.
I wish it run because we were against it.
It wasn't going to place.
Yeah.
I mean that's the.
I wish they scratched Hey Doc. All right, Drew. What's the week ahead got for us?
Hey, do you reckon I blocked this bloke?
Who?
Just have a read of it. You say it out loud. Say it out loud.
I think I'm going to lay everything you pick profit. That will be the real profit. Brent Hobbs. Brent Hobbs. Get on a Betfair, my man. Get on a Betfair.
Yep.
You fucking flog.
Blocked.
Don't block him.
Nah, block him.
I'll talk to him.
Nah, give him 2 chances.
Alright, what's for the week ahead, Drew? Come on, this is dragging on. Going over an hour,
right? An hour and 5.
Well, we're worth it. Wednesday, Bendigo Cup. We're off there.
We're off?
Yep, you're driving up, I'm driving back.
Yeah, we were going to go with
Welshie
at 5. There's another big unit going, and there's no way I'm sitting in between you two for 2 hours.
Yeah, no.
Imagine that, I feel like there's no way that's happening. So we'll be taking our own car. We'll be doing Bendigo Mounting Yard Mail. It'll be on our website if you want to get involved.
We'll let you
Saturday-
know under.
Saturday we'll
YouTube.
be at Flemington and we'll be there for a whole week.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
And you get the whole week for $22 on Racing Rant.
Yeah, and we'll be doing some staking plans and some other products if you're interested.
Perfect.
100%.
Great.
Thanks,
to have you.
boys.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great week, guys. Catch up.
See ya.
See ya.